Hi guys, in this lesson of Pandas tutorial we will learn the Jupyter shortcuts. I know that in the previous lessons while working out with Python code I have not explained the Jupyter interface, but from now on while working on the current playlist we will start our first real data analysis lesson by using the Pandas library. So knowing the basic shortcuts are extremely needed while working with this Jupyter Notebook. First, let's run our local server. I have already opened my command prompt, Anaconda command prompt, and here I will type in the Jupyter Notebook and click enter. It will create a local server for us. You could see it will create a new tab with our default folders which have already been created in the previous lessons, and this one is already worked file which our Python tutorials here, but I will try to rename it here and just rename it and type in the tutorials because I'm going to create the new lesson here. And now I will try to find that. Yes, and here I will rename this one to the Python and create a new folder and call it Pandas folder, call it Pandas, and inside of this folder I will do what? I will create a new file, Python file, and start to explain the shortcuts. Okay, let's rename it to shortcuts. Enter. Okay, let's start to explain these tools in the toolbox. We will start from this one. This is the icon for saving, and this one is for adding the lines, this one for cutting, and we already know this one too. It just copies the selected cells, and this one moves selected cells up and down. This one is executing, it just runs the cells. This one is refresh, and this icon is just interrupting the kernel, but we don't need to explain this. It's very simple. Instead of these tools in the toolbox, I will try to do what? To explain you the shortcuts which are very important to know while working with your code, because each time you are not able to click or use your mouse while working on your keyboard. First, before explaining it, I will just go to this help icon, and if I click on these keyboard shortcuts, you could see that there is a bunch of shortcuts here. This is the basic documentation. You could even go through over all of them and learn them here, but I will try to explain you the basic ones, the ones that I use in my daily work. Okay, in the view tab here, in the view icon, I can do what? I can hide the header or the toolbar here. We don't need it right now. We are just leaving it and starting to create a couple of sentences here. Let's start to create. I will create a new variable and call it hello world, right, and run it here. Before running it, I will do what? Print it out, right? And now here I will create a list, my list, and assign a couple of values here, and click Alt Enter and call it even here my list. Okay, we have two lines here, and now I will try to explain the shortcuts. Okay, the first one which comes to our mind is the executing shortcut. I used to run my cell with Alt and Enter like this one, but in the previous lesson I just told you that it just adds a new line. In order to avoiding this line adding, I can even do what? I can use Shift Enter instead of the Alt Enter, and just works like this icon, like the run icon here. Always try to use what? The Shift and Enter keyboard here. You can run it like this one or like this one. If I just cut these cells, you could see the difference between the first. I will type in the Alt and Enter. You could see that after running this code, it will create a new cell here. But if we have a bunch of cells, we don't need to create a new blank cells. That's why I just suggest you to use Shift and Enter shortcut here for running or cell. This is the first one. The second one will be, we have two modes in Pandas, the edit and the command mode. Edit mode is the green one. If you enter the cell, you can see that our cell is highlighted with green color. But if we escape this cell or clicking on this side here, it turns out to blue. This blue means the command prompt, while entering the cells means the edit command here. And there's a big difference between them while using the shortcuts. The first one, which is the very useful shortcut, is the Ctrl C and Ctrl V. If I click on the cell in the command mode, not the edit mode. This one is the edit mode when the color is green, but I talk about the command mode. If I just click on the cell itself with command mode and try to type in Ctrl C, it will copy our cell, and then I can just press Ctrl V and we copy and paste our values here. Another one is just the A character, which creates a new cell above the current one. If I am in my command mode here and click on the R character, it will do what? It will create a new cell above the current one. If I stay on this cell here and click on the A, you could see that each time it will create a new cell here. But B character creates a cell below the current one. If I am on this cell and I will type in the B, it will add just one cell below the current one each time. You can see that I am on this cell. I will type in the B, it will create a new line here. Also we have X for cutting the cells, not Ctrl X but only the X. I can easily type in the X here. You can see it cuts or cells here like this one. Or I can even do what? Delete or cell, because X is just cutting. X means that this just cuts the selected cells, while if I type into D 2 times, it will delete our cells here. This one is also very useful to know. We'll just add a couple of cells here. If I type in 2 times D, it will delete our cells here. Also we have Ctrl A. If I type in Ctrl A, it will copy all these cells. I can even Ctrl C. After the Ctrl A, I will press on the Ctrl C and Ctrl V here. It will do what? It will copy and paste all these values inside one cell in the edit mode here. But one trick here, if I just delete it and try to merge the cells, how should I do this? Let's see that I have these cells, this one and this one, and I want to make it in one cell here, just merge them in one cell. In order to do that, I will type in Shift and select these cells, and then I will do what? Click on the M here, and will merge 2 cells in one cell here. you will see that they will appear in one cell. If I run it, it will print out the last variable here, but if I comment it out, it will print out what? The second one. Just run it. No, it will not print, and comment it out, it should print it out like that. Okay, and now we could even do what? Use the double zero for restarting it. 2 times 0, just number 0. You could restart it. Sometimes while running the code you might have a loop and you will not be able to use this mouse. It will just stop it. In that case you will do what? You will just double click the 0 and restart it here. Okay, also one more tool is the P or H. The first one is the H. You could see H. What does it do? It just shows the keyboard shortcuts. This is basically this command here. This one, you are just making it appear with the H button, or you could type in the P here. When you type in the P, this will open the dialog box. This dialog box helps you run any command by its names. And here you could do what? Delete the cells. You could see that there is also available shortcuts. 2 double D here. If I type into delete, it will delete it. I can even do what? Delete it like the previous shortcut. 2 times D or double D will delete the cell here, like this one. You could see 2 times D. Okay, that's it for now. I think that these are the shortcuts that I usually use in my daily work. If you are looking for something which is not mentioned here, you can find it in the keyboard shortcuts, additional information. Also, I forgot to mention this Markdown here. If you want to include this one, like type in something, here is a string, click Alt Enter or Shift Enter. Now, what is it? This is the comment here, but if I want to highlight or text and decrease or increase its size, I will do what? I can even go to this drop down and type in the Markdown here, and if I just add the space, it will do what? It will print out the heading like this one. I can even increase or decrease its size. If I add in hashes here, it will decrease it. This text size based on the hashtags starts from 0 to 6. 6 is the maximum here. You will see that it has decreased it. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Bye.